And I want to share this video with you that was taken from our photographer, Michael Shooter McGavin.
Protesters in Stroudsburg chanted George Floyd's last words. He was an African-American man who died last week while in police custody in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I can't breathe. Those words sparked outrage across the country and protest here in the Poconos.
Enough is enough, and I decided that it's really time for us to fight for our community.
Demonstrators marched about a mile from Dansbury Park in East Stroudsburg to the Monroe County Courthouse in Stroudsburg.
It's nice to see people congregating, all different colors, and doing the right thing.
Hundreds of people took to the streets carrying signs saying Black Lives Matter and no justice, no peace.
Black lives really do matter, and I want people to see that Black lives really matter. We have a whole bunch of races out here, white, Spanish, Black, Asians, whoever you are, man. It really does matter, so I'm just out here supporting.
This was a peaceful protest. The Monroe County Sheriff even walked side by side with demonstrators.
It's just one of those things where I felt it was good to walk with them to show that we don't support what that officer did, and my department doesn't support that as well.
Many others brought their children and their grandchildren. Raymond Mercado used this demonstration as a teaching moment for his oldest daughter.
I'm here to teach her, okay, how to do things properly, how to properly protest without rioting and looting and causing a big scene. So I always talk about it. Now that we have an opportunity to be here.
Chanting for a change in the hopes that demonstrations like this make a difference. Katie Natitis takes in a deep breath as she picks up the groceries outside her home in Shavertown. She's been diagnosed with post-COVID syndrome. It makes even the easiest tasks like getting groceries exhausting.
Taking a shower, it's like running a marathon. Just walking across the room, you're out of breath.
Katie was infected with COVID-19 in March. 9 months later, she's still having difficulty breathing, experiencing excruciating migraines, and crushing chest pain.
There were times where I thought I was going to die, and I could have died, but I did I made it out of that. But this has been 10 months, and they don't know if I'm ever going to get better.
Katie is being treated for post-COVID syndrome here at Geisinger Medical Center near Wilkes-Barre. Doctors here say some of these patients have extreme fatigue and something they call COVID brain fog.
We know that some people can have effects on the central nervous system from this infection, and people sometimes describe this as, a brain fog or difficulty concentrating.
At only 39 years old, Katie says that's one symptom that's especially troubling.
My memory's shot. Brain fog is, I feel like I have dementia, and it's awful.
Doctors say they're seeing patients of all ages with post-COVID syndrome. Ibuprofen can help with the pain, but many symptoms stick around. They say it's caused by an overactive immune response.
We know in these patients the virus is essentially gone, right? The infection's not there, really, they're not contagious, and it probably does have something to do with the way the immune system has responded to the infection and the inflammation that's happened in the body as a result of that infection.
And while the infection is gone, its effect lingers, and nobody knows for sure what that may mean for the future.
Problems with heart function and arrhythmias, problems with blood clots that can cause swelling in the legs or arms, or lead to problems in the lungs, strokes.
Even now that COVID has supposedly come and gone, Katie lives with fevers that range from 101 to 105. It's such a strain on her body. Most days are filled with virtual doctor visits and lots of sleeping.
I was always go, go, go. And it's just, not used to this.
It's been almost 10 months, and Katie says she hasn't made any progress since she was diagnosed. With no real cure in sight, she's still hopeful.
I'm willing to do anything and everything to get better.
To defend myself against an older gentleman, I feel it was the only option, because the first option I took was to talk to him verbally, and he didn't want to talk.
State police say this is the man behind a deadly road rage incident along Route 61 near Orwigsburg. Troopers say 38-year-old George Marcinson was stabbed several times after he and the suspect got out of their vehicles and the fight spilled out on the road. Marcinson was pronounced dead on the scene. Carol Ansbach lives nearby.
I've never seen anything like this. It's scary. I can't imagine what goes on in the cities if this goes on in a little town like Orwigsburg.
After the stabbing, troopers say the suspect took off. Dispatchers told police to be on the lookout for a silver sedan. Authorities said they pulled over the suspect and he sped away, leading to a short pursuit. Police caught up with him minutes later and took him into custody. Troopers are still trying to figure out what exactly led up to the killing.
There's a lot of traffic on 61 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There's probably a dozen other people that saw this, going northbound or southbound. That's who we want to talk to.
In addition to looking for witnesses, state police are also trying to track down any surveillance video that may help with their investigation into this deadly road rage incident.